Believe me when I tell you, I was a true menace to society in my youth. I was a menace, however, with a heart. I wasn't heartless. And I believe that it was because I wasn't heartless is why Allah saw fit to preserve me. I didn't choose the game chose me. Crackhead mother, crackhead and alcoholic, homeless father, was homeless from around the age of 11, living from house to house, from people to people. Went to juvenile detention 3 times, went to the county jail 3 times, and was in and out of prison on my 3rd time by the age of 21. Received a 40-year sentence, did 14 years flat, and gave over 18 years of my life to some form of judicial incarceration. I used to smoke fry, formaldehyde, whack, crazy sticks, Zay, every day, all day. In my teens and 20s. I started snorting cocaine every day. In my early, like around 19, 20, like around 20, somewhere around there, between that 20-21 period. Everything about my life was counterproductive and a slow life of suicide and death. Let me tell you something. It is the embodiment of gratitude. It was started to change, but it was by the grace and mercy of the Most High that I got this idea that I needed to change the way I responded to life, change the way I had been dealing with difficulties. And I began to read everything during that 14 years of incarceration, read everything. But not just read, but study some things. But it started with me just wanting to read. I was trapped in a maze that I didn't know how to get out of, a maze of thought, thinking, a cycle of thinking, creating results that I didn't want anymore, but I didn't know how to get out of. And it is through everything that I had to suffer and go through that I was liberated from that way of thinking. But let me tell you something. If you want to know how to change the way you think, changing the decisions that you make, changing the perception and the perspective you got about life, if you want to change the way life is affecting you, then you got to change what you entertain yourself with. I didn't spend no time entertaining myself while I was locked up. I studied. Most dudes get locked up, and the reason why they come out after 10, 15, 20 years and do the same thing is because they entertain themselves the entire time, living a life in there that they lived out here. So many of you do the same thing out here. Wake up, go to sleep in entertainment. Want to feel good. Change the way you think. Change what you look at. Change what you listen to. Change the people that you hang around. Change the conversation that you have over the phone and in person. Because if you don't do that, you don't really want different. You don't really want to change. You want the world to change around you, but you don't want to change. And it don't work that way. Once you change, the world around you will change. I guarantee it. The way that you're looking and the way you see life will look different to you when you change the way you think. And you can't change the way you think until you change the information, until you change the program.